So this is just a disclaimer before I tell this story. Most of my comedy is based off of like how shitty I was as a teenager and younger and all the shitty things that I did. So you can kind of just treat this like an episode of Intervention or Hoarders and just like watch me to make you feel better about yourself.
Woohoo!
My first job growing up when I was about 15 years old was a lifeguard. Pretty much what you'd entail, not the most demanding job that helped pay for things like my suspect ecstasy habit and rail vodka, keeping it classy. Yeah, so it's pretty much what you'd expect. It was like countless hours of swimming training and CPR culminating to the point where you'd spend 8 hours a day on a chair doing nothing and never saving anyone's life. So at the pool that I worked at, there was a set amount of rules, and two of which were very important. If someone shit in the pool, we would close it down. So for like the glorious solid shit that your mom would be proud of, they closed it down for 1 hour. And for the after night of horrible decision diarrhea shit, we closed for 24 hours. So being a 16-year-old that absolutely hated my job just like anyone else, that led me to the decision that I was going to concoct some kind of fake shit to get us all out of work for the day. Because, you know, like I had experience in that in high school and getting out of school and whatnot. So I go into the employee refrigerator in the break room and I see what all I have. Some refried beans, salsa, sour cream, cheese. Essentially what I'm telling you is every ingredient to pretty much every item at Taco Bell like looks like a pile of shit if you mix it all together. So I put it all into a latex glove and I set out onto the pool deck with all of my coworkers watching. I saw an unsuspecting woman swimming laps. I thought perfect, you know, because if I set this shit or fake shit where no one can see it, then mission failed. Nobody gets to go home. So I set it in the lane when the lady was swimming away, and we all watched as she swam into the danger zone. Not once, not twice, but 3 times this woman swam over the ingredients to a Crunchwrap Supreme without having any idea what was floating in it. So I think like mission failed. Like no one gets to go home. Like you guys, if you think this deterred me, you're so fucking wrong. I was like the beholder of everyone's summer freedom, the sultan of shit. Lion will leave the toilet messy. Mr. I live in Minnesota, but that's not a fucking cheese curd. So I had a new idea, and I headed towards the bathroom with an extra latex glove. You might have an idea of where this is going. I'll spare you the details, but what I can say is that I came out of that bathroom with a new solution to our problem. I thought this time I have to leave it in like the most busy area of the pool. Okay, so there's times in my stories where it reminds me of just how shitty I was growing up, and don't judge me, this is one of those moments. So I go into the busiest area of the pool, which happened to be the shallow end with all the little kids playing. And while no one was looking, I unleashed my shit-filled glove into the shallow end. Terror ensued. I mean like the good kind of terror that you can laugh at. All of the kids, one little kid finds it, starts doing like the chocolate otter ballet, and my fucking shit was the main attraction. Another kid picks up my shit with his hand and hurls it at his brother. At this point, their mom sees what's going on and goes over to my manager to tell her the news. So this point in my story is kind of like if you're watching football and a play is under review and the referee goes under the booth and everybody's waiting in excitement to see like what the verdict is. So we're all sitting on the lifeguarding bench and my manager strolls over to us after taking a good look at said shitstorm. She said, you know, it's messy, but I'm calling it a solid number 1. Everybody back on the clock in an hour. And that is when I came to the damning realization that I just put my own shit into a pool full of little children to get off of work for 1 hour. Oh. And it was worth it. Thanks, I'm Dave.